So hello everybody. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. I wanted to say hi. I do have my period, but I fixed my hair so it like grows back. Like take my hair pill, but now I don't have to be so self-cautious of it. But I still have a wig just cause like I like to have fun and the wig is nice. There we go. So yeah, this is me. And I just feel better. I realized that after losing two phones and spending time with losers, I have figured out that I need better boundaries and to figure things out a little bit better. I also have to figure out how to wear this. But so basically I've been focusing on my Snap for donations, and on my Snapchat, I have been getting money for donations, and that's been great. And I have been neglecting my and we're moving to our apartment next month. And I always update people on the apartment, like on my AirPods. Um, my mom got me a tripod, but I just stacked my phone on pillows. So let me put this here. Okay, let me put this in. I don't know if you can hear me. Can you hear me well? Okay. I think you can hear me well. So yeah. So tonight I'm going to Cadenzas, and it's this Italian place. I get my Botox retouched a week from now. So I just wanted to show you that in real time. And it does come up as vein, but I was thinking about it. So the reason why we're obsessed with how we look is because there's always an updating on apps and there's updating on filters. So it's like, don't use the 2014 filter, use this. Use the 2026 filter, use the 2016 filter, use this filter, that filter. So it's all about youth. And it's always been about youth. Like, oh, that painting's old or that painting's new. And so what I learned from losing 2 iPhones in 1 weekend is that people are not nice and that you should always be insured. Like, if you wanna know about insurance, that's insurance, okay? You always wanna be insured. If you're not insured, you're screwed. Tonight, I'm going to a pizza party. I will not be, talking about the older man that I took to space with me. Okay, so, like, this guy is 23, right? And he was asking me, he was like, "Are you a prostitute? Are you a whore?" And I'm like, "Why would you ask me that?" You know? Like, who would ask someone that? And basically, they were asking me that because good. Sorry, I put all my makeup routine on. Because, I was with an older person. And basically, I took this older person to Cloud Space because nobody that I knew that was my age wanted to go with me. So I was excluded. And when you exclude people of the same age group, it opens pathways for people who are predatory to take advantage of that. And it doesn't matter what age you are. But in this instance, the age gap was not, um, maybe I shouldn't be going with someone that's like 20 years older than me. You know what I mean? Like maybe like that was a desperate thing and that was dumb because he was a man with had two roommates. This is how desperate I am for a partner to go with me to space. So I don't go to space. So I just go to space by myself now because a lot of the problem is that like these two girls were helping me and people were like, "Oh, she's gonna fall. She's gonna fall. She needs the hospital. This is pathetic. What a hobby." Blah blah blah. Because they all know about like my social media or like they'll watch like my Substack and stuff like that. And or they won't or they'll just assume, right? And They were like, "Oh, like, this is embarrassing, like, she can't stand, she can't walk, she's gonna fall." No, it was just my heels, I'm not used to heels. So, I couldn't balance, like, my, um, ankles couldn't support the the heels anymore, so I took it off. I wanted to sit down. Sorry. Mhm. Anyways, I wanted to sit down, but these people and they're spring breakers, so they're not gonna be nice to like, like they're not gonna be nice to like this older lady, they're not gonna be nice to me. They'll be like, oh, okay, like let's let her sit down. So like my friend that works there let me sit down, and um. He was like, you can sit down in VIP. And I'm like, oh, thank you. And it was really nice of him. And then that got people upset too. The problem is that I'm very hyper aware. And he was just being very kind to me because the people that work at Club Space already know, like, that I go there a lot with dates who aren't very nice to me, but like, I put up with it because the people that are commenting on what's happening do nothing but comment, and, like, that sucks, and then, like, this guy was kept talking to me, and he's like he goes like this, he's like, "Oh, I got muscles," or, like he didn't say I got muscles, but, like, he did, like, the sign, like, "Oh, I got this." And I'm like, "Okay, that's cool, you're in shape, because I went with a 55-year-old man who is a DJ who was activating his bank card. Sorry, he was activating his bank card for us to go out for the night. So, that wasn't good. That was not good. But at least it was free drinks and I wouldn't be alone. The problem is that he lost my phone. So as my stepdad was in the hospital and I said to him, "Hello, I have a lot of mental health issues. I should not be doing substances, but I would like to party and I would like to let go. Are you a safe person to do that with?" He goes, "Yes, I go to festivals all the time." And he's 55. He's 55. Okay? And he goes, "Well, he actually didn't tell me his age. I actually don't know if he's 55, but I kept saying, 'Are you 40?' And he kept saying, 'No, a lot older, like 50s.'" So I'm gonna assume that because everybody at Space was like, "That's a creepy person," that he was much closer to most likely 60 years old. And that is like a 30 plus year gap. So that was dumb of me. I am dumb. Hello. And but I had thought, well, who cares? Like who cares? Because like he could just dance with me, and this is my bubbly water. Everyone thinks this is alcohol, it's bubbly. Um and he was just very like walking around with my stuff and dropped my ID. And I had found my ID and someone stole my phone. So this man at 55 or 60 years old didn't even offer at least $300 to replace my iPhone. He said he would hold my stuff and that if anything happened, it's okay, and that he was a safe person to let go and grieve. Is this just my concealer that is not staying? Okay. Basically, my stepdad and I don't get along, and I have a lot of mental health issues. And basically, I just wanted to have fun. I just wanted to have fun and let go and forget about things. And I just wanted a safe person to do that with. And you see how I'm like always trying to adjust myself. So that's self-regulation. And so the wrong people get upset about that and they'll be like, stop touching yourself. Stop being, stop doing that. Stop being all finicky. Stop being like this. Stop being like that. And it's like really hard. It's like, it's self-regulation. You know what I mean? And so I was just like so confused with everything. I don't know if I like it like this. I like it like this. Yeah. But I was just like so confused with everything because he lost my phone, Space tried to find it, everybody was kind. I accidentally, like, spit when I talked, so this guy was like he was helping me, and he's like, "Mm," I'm like, "I'm so sorry," and, like, I'm trying to make everybody happy, and I'm trying not to ruin anyone's good time, you know? Because I feel time on me, cause like, my parents aren't gonna be around forever, and they're my best friends, okay? And everybody thought, like, that guy was my dad, and so my parents are my best, 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 best friends, and, um and I'm just like, "Well, if no one's gonna go with me, well, I can still go out," and there's some, like, 40-year-olds going out, though, I just don't know when they go and when they can go out, but, like, another thing that hurt my feelings is that I'll see people who know me, and they'll be like, "Hey, Jackie, I'm at Space too." "Okay," but they don't ask me to dance, and they don't ask me beforehand to go, and then, the guy that was making fun of me about the being with an old man and if I'm a prostitute and a loser, um, which, like, hurt my feelings too, um, he was like he was like, "So you're desperate? What if my family has a yacht? What if you know, because 'cause I'm like, "Oh, well, he's invited me to a yacht party, you know, and that could help my brand collab and get, like, more free clothes and more stuff," right? Because 'Cause I'm thinking about small things, I'm not thinking about, like, bigger things because I don't have the brain capacity for that, you know? And, basically, um, that was put down as well, um so it was just like a new level of bullying that I encountered that I didn't know existed until now. Like, I didn't know that level of bullying existed. I wouldn't call it bullying. I'm more like conscious observation in real time with commentary. So that was awesome too. The commentary that I experienced was amazing. The feedback of the dance partner that would go with me was awesome. Um, and that guy was a jerk though, by the way, because his ego was boosted by my age and how I look more than me as a person. But I just wanted someone to like buy me drinks and have fun and talk about the fact that my dad might die because he was also having brain, um, what's it called? Like they had to like declot like the brain. He was having strokes. Okay. So I wanted to do Molly. Once in my life, I wanted to be a free person. I wanted to be like, I'm at club space. Yay. Fuck everybody. We're having fun. Let's dance. Hey, and be stiff and weird. I really, really wanted that. Instead, I got a man who said I asked him 5 times, "Hold my phone. I have no pockets. Can I trust you? Can you stay sober? Can you stay conscious while I'm grieving and making sure my stepdad lives? Because I have to be the strong one in my family for my mom. Can I rely on you? Can I rely on you? Can I rely on you?" And to have this level of betrayal of not only a verbal execution of the agreement, but the betrayal of the physical realm of possibility, that the possibility that I did not want to happen, the dice was rolled and the Gorgon had came and my phone was gone. So that was just in the belly of a fucking dragon of the epitome of despair. So basically, I had to then act like everything was great. Call my mom. My mom said, "We have insurance. Fuck the phone." All of the people that worked there were like, "Fuck the phone. Fuck it. Have fun. Dance. Party." But I was sad because my parents are now paying on a phone until we get the insurance money. And that man could have paid the insurance and we could have paid him back. while my stepdad was in the hospital, and he's almost the same age as my stepdad. So all I can say is that it's my fault for choosing a loser that says he's a DJ that has rich friends, but they're friends, not his income, and that he rents a room with two other people and thinks that he's cool, and he writes lame ass fucking poetry, only knows preliminary shit that first year college students know, okay? Because I'm on sabbatical, by the way, because I was a teacher. So fuck everybody here. Like, not you guys, but I'm just saying everyone that I meet on Instagram, everyone, like, I think they hate me because of the elitism. I think they hate me because they think that, oh, she's not the hustle, she's not a salesperson. So it's either I'm like excluded because I'm not part of their fucking yacht society. Sorry, I can't. I just am not in that level of competence. I'm sorry, I can't work in sales. Okay, I can work in sales online, can't in person. All right. Um, and then like I have like mental and physical disabilities that do prevent me. Like, okay, so I went to space by myself. Everyone thought it was like, oh, this is so cringe. She can't stand. She should go home. I said, no, it's my boots. It's my boots. It's my boots. So I took off my boots, held on to this man's hand, took off my boots, wrapped them around my purse, and then stretched my toes out because no one would let me like bend it in because I'd broken those damn boots. And I walked and danced just fine. So the reason why I feel that I'm not allowed to get drunk or sloppy or messy is because people always have something to say to me. Not only is it something to say either can I dance. No, actually that's okay. It's okay to ask me if you could dance with me. It's not okay to like do creepy things to hit on a woman. Like you could just ask, but, like, you don't have to, like, make fun of someone. And if you think, like, my pasties are weird, whatever, that's okay. Another thing that I find odd is when I, know someone or someone knows me, and they go to space and we arrive there separately, they don't contact me on Instagram. They don't text me, and, they say hi to me. That's rude too. So now I just feel like maybe I'm ugly or maybe so this is how people feel like they need more filler, they need better clothes or a better purse because like why am I getting fucking excluded? It's just disgusting. I think it's so fucking wrong. Like I really am disgusted with the fact that just because I don't do half the stuff that they do, why am I not a good dance partner though? I'm not judging you. Like, I don't care if you do ketamine. I can't do ketamine because my brother is a heroin addict. The fuck? If I do any of those hard drugs, I might become an addict. And I already have a lot of issues and I am already addicted. I'm addicted. Um, to my prescription drugs. When I run out of my prescription drugs, I am not okay. Like at all. Like I'm off the walls, bonkers. And so I say this with all my heart and all my intention, only to be rebuffed again and again and again. And like people, they'll see me, I'll be like this. I'll be like, and they think I'm just rude or something. And then and it's not. I'm just confused or overstimulated. And there's like two people that know me there at Club Space. And if my Uber is like expensive, but at this point I mean I'm not supposed to say certain hookups, but in any case, certain hookups that I have, you have to be in there before 12. But what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna pay the $40 for the 7 a.m. ticket, on top of the fact that I pay my own Ubers, and just go back and forth, and go in the morning. Because maybe the nighttime people are mean. If you go in the morning, for the morning show, maybe that's more adult and more mature. Maybe that way than to sit there all night, you know. But they also don't know that, like, I don't, um I don't wanna go on dates. So, like, what is my nightlife supposed to be like? So tonight I'm going to Cadenzas, and I'm these are with people, you know, I finally met someone my age. He hasn't texted me yet, but he works a lot during the week. So he might ask me out for this weekend. Um, Most likely not he's not going to ask me out. So that's I don't know why I said that. But yeah. But someone did ask me out for Friday, so that's really good. Um, but I just so the woman that were helping me with my boots at the time my bag, they were I was like, "Do you want to go dance?" You know? And they had said, "Yeah, you could go dance. You could go dance." Like, girl, you could go dance, no one's stopping you, like and they were in business attire. So that's why I'm like, maybe I should buy a space ticket in the morning because the person that I know or all the people that I know, they work there at night. They're for the nighttime crowd, you know? So I should go there like at 3 AM, you know? But they're just like, "Oh my god, yes, we helped you with your boots and we helped you. Like go, go." That's what they did. And I didn't want to sit there and be an asshole and go, but it's a lot for me. And because of my fringe dress, I wasn't thinking because I want the guy I was with, I was like, I'll pay you to keep your jacket. And I had lost my second phone. I probably won't be going to space with my phone. I probably when I go out tonight, I won't be bringing my phone, just because until I get like I'm gonna get a thigh thing to put inside my thigh to keep my phone so no one steals it. But when I go to space again, I'm gonna bring a shitty ass phone that just works on I'm gonna bring this phone. I'm gonna bring this phone and that way, fuck it, you know? But I have to make sure there's a SD card, and there isn't one in my little camera. But I just can't. The moral of the story is that just don't do Molly. Just don't do Molly. Like I know how like all the philosophers did drugs, but like the Molly has only led me to lose my phone. It's not led me like to connections and friends. But I just know that I look like a loser with my prosecco dancing, but I have to stop worrying about how I look to people. But I guess it's just like space is so judgmental because they will say like, "Look at that, he's drinking her water and he won't give her his jacket." He really should have given me my jacket. I'm sorry, his jacket. He should have given me his jacket just because like I was a mess and or buy me a t-shirt from Club Space just so I could be more at ease. And thinking about it, I could have just asked any guy actually if I could borrow their jacket. But then I would have had to dance with them. And there was a guy that was like on top of me, following me. And then this gay couple had thought, "Oh, look at that. I never saw someone lose status so quickly." And I was just like, "I can hear you. No, that's not the problem. This guy has been following me for like the last 20 minutes on top of me, thinking that I'm sexually available. I am not, and I had said no." So when I say, "Are you the same one?" Because there are several of them, when you go to space by your fucking self, they think that you are a whore or a prostitute. So then they shut the fuck up. But I shouldn't have to like go that hard. And so like I think all of the people that worked there knew that I was sad because I wasn't really moving and my face was like this. And so I can't say his name, but one of the people I really like that works there was like, "Hey, you okay?" and blah blah. I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine. I just wish I had someone to dance with." And so I was like this, and like, we did our fist bump, and I was just dancing, and I really liked the lineup and the music, and I was just bouncing up and down and like counting the beats, and they were like, "Oh, um." She's old, that's why she knows that, and blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, I guess because like spring break, and it's just like, no, I actually never heard that song before. I just really like the beats. But there was the song I did know. I do know the Owl song. I am 34, and that's fine. But I just feel like, what do I do so wrong? And how can people tell? Why can't people tell that I can hear them? Why can't they just talk about me like at home? Why are they gonna talk about me when I can hear them? Unless it was too much Molly and I was hallucinating, I totally feel that, but it wasn't because the girls that helped me with my boots and my jacket, I go, "Oh, how often do you go to space?" And they had said, "Oh, we were here yesterday." So it's not in my mind. It's actually real. I am actively excluded, or they think I'm retarded or challenged, or people talk about, doesn't her mom work there? Doesn't her mom work here? Excuse me. Fuck you. I don't know anything about you, and I don't talk about you. And my mom is semi-retired and my dad works for my brother, but why do I have to tell you all my fucking information? Like, fuck you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, why should I have to tell you my information if I know nothing the fuck about you? Aren't you a mom? Shouldn't you not be doing drugs? Oh my God, I should have done that. I'm so dumb. Anytime someone says something mean to me, I should just say, especially we're at a nightclub, A, why are you interested in me? And B, like, don't you have a job? Shouldn't you be responsible? Why are you single? Why the fuck are you single? Why the fuck are you here? Why are you a drug addict? If you're here every fucking weekend at space and you're on fucking ketamine and you don't want to hang out with me, but you want to judge me, fuck you too. But at least I make money and I save money, and I at least I finished all of my degrees and my certifications, and at least it's mental and physical illness that's preventing me from integrating successfully in society, and you're just a piece of shit that likes to fucking judge people. So how about that? Hearts. Like, I can't. So honestly, the next time someone says something, I just let it roll off my back because I made a whole fucking list at 18 years old of the fuck I wanted to do before I was 30, and I fucking did that. Now, um, after having my suicide attempt and it failing, but having a fucking heart attack and a seizure and waking up in the ER because it wasn't like, oh, I slipped my wrist, oops, or it wasn't like, oh, I just took a little bit of Tylenol. No, it was literally, I fucking died. My heart stopped and they restarted it. And now I'm a little bit weird. That's it. Okay, I'm a little bit weird, but I don't think God gives people a second chance to let other people be fuckwads. And so I truly believe that the people who are fuckwads, I need to get the fuck away from and remember I'm here for the music and it's just one fucking night. And if you don't understand that I wanted to wear that fringe dress to advertise the underwear costs like 80 fucking dollars for Luke Perry, okay? That's the brand that chose me. When I'm influencing brokenness, literally I'm influencing fucking people to go party and spend all your money on that. Like, go spend all your money on that. And so I love Luke Perry. I love Luke Perry. I love him. I love him so much. It's a great collab. I love this brand. Thank you so much because I love the bras and everything. That's great. But I'm trying to advertise it. And I shouldn't have to go to people, hey, so I'm wearing this fringe dress with pasties so you don't see my nipples. And I'm wearing a Luke Perry lingerie thong underwear that is lacy, but you can't see anything because the fringe dress tastefully covers, like the actual private parts, but you could just see the skin part. But apparently that was too scandalous. Oh no. And so I wanted I wasn't quite sure. Do I talk about Luke Perry's brand? So what I did is this is Luke Perry's underwear. And so I thought that was a really good idea to try to get people to buy Luke Perry's thing using my code. But I get the, oh, she's a whore and is a loser and a drug addict all the time. I never get the, oh, she's trying to be creative, make extra money, and also help this brand in a tasteful but also sexual funny way. You know, like you can't see anything. Like I would never flash anybody. That's why the pasties cover my whole boob and you just see the skin of it. So like I don't understand how this all happened, and it's just misinterpreted in a way that made me feel really bad. It made me feel like a failure. And so I just really wanted to talk about, I guess, the Luke Perry brand and my brand collab. And I guess I, okay, so it wasn't the most thought out for daylight, you know? It was not the most thought out. And I should have brought my longer fur jacket, but then I felt like the longer fur jacket would have more looked like a perverted thing. But and I didn't have a large button down to wear with it, or a blazer. A blazer would have been a better choice because that's cuter. And I didn't have a black slip dress to wear under the fringe. Now that fringe dress, I'm also going to use it for private photos for explicit content, but I just thought advertising this outfit in this specific way and going to investor and fundraising networking events that are private with people who have a lot of money, who are high net worth and like DJ music, well then I could get them to invest in my Talk to Jax podcast, which they don't have to watch the lives. They could just read the erotic stories with pictures and videos, and I'm not even doing anything. Sorry. The guy's coming here to check um to check on the water heater and stuff. Sorry, my dog scared me. Okay, but basically, so I cosplay and dress in a provocative way so I can make more money. Now, I will disclose some things. Sometimes I do make a lot of money that people would need a month to make. Sometimes that does happen. Sometimes there's week like this week where it's a dry week, okay? But I'm not making enough yet. I paid back some money to my mom, so that's good. But I haven't made enough money yet to more comfortable. Does that make sense? Like I want to have my business and I want it to be my sole income. Okay? My sole income, I want it to be this. And I'm combining my with these income revenues, I'm combining my Snapchat. I might be collabing with someone, I don't know who. Well, hold on. Oh, oh, okay. Sorry, I'm back. So basically, I was asking someone if I could call them in 15 minutes. But basically, I have my cosplay does, so if you had your own business, right? And you had investors and you like to write. I really do like to write. Is why I have a master's degree, and I have a master's degree in startups and in curriculum design. So Substack is that perfect thing. So sometimes I do make I've made $1,500, um, in the beginning of this week. Yes. And I have health insurance, and I just got my teeth cleaned, and I got dental insurance and all that stuff. Now, I asked ChatGPT. ChatGPT says when you talk directly like this, it turns people off. And I'm not saying it in a braggy way. I'm trying to tell you that I don't have unlimited funds. I'm just making as much as I did as when I was working as a teacher. Okay. And the thing is, what I said to this guy, I could see him and I go, look, you're 18. I am 34. I am 34. I can't dance with you. You are 18 years old and I can't dance with you. It's not appropriate. And I don't know why all of the people around me were upset. I'm not going to dance with someone that's gross. 27 and up. That's it. 27. 27 and up. I need a grown adult person. But I do try to stay respectful and I do have my ducks in order. And I do choose to live at home with my mom. I like living with my mom, and the neighbors have heard us argue. And we do argue a lot. We do argue a lot because like when you live with someone, arguments will happen. And I do have days like I just got so I have stage 4 endometriosis, and um it means that I have a lot of hormonal issues, and I get scar tissue. It is very painful. And so it sticks. My uterus will stick together with the scar tissue from my ileocecal resection. So when they cut out a foot of my large and small intestine, it reconnected it. It got inflammation, and this scar tissue sticks. It's a rubbery and thick, and so it'll stick together. And then endometriosis, on top of that, it's just extra uterine tissue that develops outside the uterus and also sticks together. So you have this perfect cluster of pain that is happening inside me that fucks with my testosterone levels, my estrogen levels, my progesterone, and then sometimes my thyroid. Like I just got off of steroids. People don't know that I'm not really allowed to take steroids unless it's life-threatening. I had a life-threatening asthma attack 2 weeks ago. I had to get a steroid injection, and then I had to be on steroids, a high dose for 3 weeks. Now, I have been on off steroids my whole life, but they exasperate my mental health conditions because it's a lot of stimulants. It's so much a steroid, if you don't know, makes you like "Ugh," okay, like it really does, especially to people who are very susceptible to its side effects. So it's not been the best week because I just felt bloated and irritable, and I literally cannot control when I start sweating and yelling. That's when you know I'm having an episode, and like there's no rationality that's going to help at that point. At that point, you either have to let me just like scream it out and you just ignore it and just like walk away, or like I mean you can watch, but like it's very uncomfortable. It's not the most fun thing ever. But then I have to deal with the fact that I have parents. So I love my mom, and my mom isn't the problem. It's just that my stepdad, and I'm not going to say anything about it, but I will just say one thing about it. It's just a volatile relationship between him and I, because my original dad, um, well, he choked my mom like in front of me. No, I was like 5. And after that, they divorced. But then my brothers because of all the abuse, were abusive to me. And then, but my brothers are 44 years old. You know what I mean? So my brothers have evened out and their life is calm. My life is not calm, and all the abuse that they still say to me does really ache up in this ball right here. So I do have a problem with men because my stepdad is not supportive and he says really mean things. So my stepdad will support my life and support me in all these ways, but it's really hurtful to know when someone doesn't love you, but they just love your mom. So basically what's happening is my whole issue is that everybody in my family loves my mom and everybody hates me. And part of the reason they hate me is because my mom would have left my biological dad sooner if she didn't have me. And they've told me this. This is real. This is not like, this is a real thing. Like, my mom was going to leave my dad because my brothers were 10 years old at the time. Imagine having two 10-year-old kids and you're in physically abusive relationship. And then you find out you're pregnant and you waited 10 years to leave. And no matter what the reasoning is, the fact that everyone has been telling me this my whole life has now seeped into my psyche as an adult that I'm not good enough. Like, as a big person, as a grown person, I'll never ever feel loved enough or good enough because my family believes that telling the truth is better than never knowing. Oh, my aunt was just like, well, Jacqueline, I told your mom to abort you. So basically, I've just been rejected. But I'll have to do this live another time because there are people here. But I guess to close this, I wanted to say I do have a lot of issues. I am trying to make the best of it. Um, my mom is here, but let me end this because people are here. 1 second. 1 minute, please. Biscuit stay. Hello. Bienvenidos. Perdón. Okay. Yeah, I used my Spanish and I'm like, bienvenidos. Yeah, but basically I just have a lot of issues that my dog is here. A lot of issues that my neighbors know, um, that I know. And uh, I spent I spent I've been dealing with a lot of shame. And the reason why I'm going out too is not just with my DNR, but the real reason is because to sit here with my family and like you're like, oh, why don't you move out? I did move out and I moved out for 10 years and I don't want to live as poor as a adult woman. I don't want to live as poor and I don't want a man. Yes, thank you. I don't want someone to like tell me like what to do, hurt me, throw me outside because my ex, not really an ex, I guess like a gamer bro that was lonely. I was equally lonely. And because là, je sais pas comment parler français, because I speak French, we both were lonely. And then the pandemic happened and we didn't like each other. And he did horrible things to me. And so that fucks me up too. So the reason why I'm going out is because, well, I just want to escape all the rejection without escaping to other countries and like wasting thousands of dollars looking for a place to belong. I would like to make Miami my home, but it's hard for me because, well, I do have regulation issues that I'm working on. But also, I come from like a very like volatile, violent family. And I'm trying not to like, Biscuit, don't do that. He's so cute. I'm trying not to continue that legacy, especially because like my parents and my brothers, they're all older. But like when they were my age, my brother was still doing heroin and stuff. But like I don't do any of that. But I feel like I get in trouble for wanting to let go. But I just don't think it's worth staying in my room and never leaving my room and being in solitary confinement. I don't think I should be in solitary. Like, I don't think I should be confining myself. Like, so that means I'm 34 and tomorrow I'm 44 and I'm 54 and I'm 64 and I'm 74 and I'm 94. It's too young to just sit here and like not move or just play my PlayStation and be lost in my memories. Like it's like that's psychosis. I don't want to go on. I don't want to go back to that dark place of solitary confinement of sitting in my room and then just randomly traveling, once a year and living for like 2 weeks on the money I saved up, And then when I was in Paris, it was lonely because everywhere I lived, even in Belgium, I was I'm so in time. I'm stuck in time. I am stuck in the fact that I want the approval and love from my family. And I am jealous that they really love my mom and my brothers. And when I was born, my grandparents were like 55 and they died when I was in high school. And then my grandma is still alive, but that's my grandma from like my dad. And she's nice, but I never got to know my real dad either. So I just have this whole broken family and I focused on my studies. I got my degrees and I can't find a job right now. And I just thought before I turned 35, I just want to go to music festivals and I want to listen to music and I want to go clubbing and I want to dress up and I want to wear cute things and I want to make friends and I want to make my own family. Like my own family, as in like people who are gonna say, "Hey, Jackie, I know you really like house and techno. Let's go out." I didn't think it would turn into peacocking and networking and how someone could get money off of you and how someone could get this off of you or how someone can steal something from you or how someone can comment on you and just put you down because it's just really hard out there, and so I think going to space, but that $40 ticket, that could be, it's $12 for a drink or $15 for a prosecco, and that could be for a prosecco. So I just thought if I go there from 12 a.m., just wait it out, just wait it out. But I gotta look like I'm confident, look like I belong there. To be strong, I have to be strong as fuck. And I've been really strong, but I break down and I cry because I don't feel like progress has been made. I feel Like someone DM'd me on Instagram and it's this guy and it was an argument, an instant argument because we had gone out and I go, hey, I don't want to dance because last time we had hung out, he danced like grinding and we're going where there's you just have to be mindful. I don't want to grind on you. I don't care how young you think I look. Even when I was in my 20s, I didn't grind on people. I just don't want to. I don't want to. I don't care if you think I'm stuck up or I'm not a sexual being. Why is my comfort always bulldozed over by others? And that's another problem I have to figure out. So what I'm doing now is basically cutting out people because it's too much to re-educate someone. I'd rather just move on. So I do spend a lot of time alone. People do invite me out, but like I'm not going to chemistry nightclub because they don't like me there. Um, One of the women that works there thinks I'm weird and I'm just there for content and hate me. So, and like I have it on my phone of her yelling, "You do this every week." And so I'm just like, so it's like, where can broken people go to just have fun? Am I not allowed by society? Is society so rigid and so evil as a collective that you're not allowed to be just yourself? I have to be part of a binary fucked up system. I can't be part of a one person thing that's looking. I can't be a magnet. Why can't I be a magnet? You know what I mean? Like, fuck non-binary. Fuck that. Why can't I just be a magnet for people that are also broken and they just also want to escape the fact that their family's never gonna love them and they just want to work through their problems by dancing through music, not talking about sex or money. And let's just all pretend everything is great and save all of our real problems for, like, our psychologists and close friends. But when we go out, let's just go out and party and have fun. Let's not go out and judge who the fuck brings who to dinner. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry the guy you thought that I brought is a jerk. Okay? I'm sorry that you think because you focus on how many followers I have, I'm supposed to be the memes that I make. I'm sorry I disappointed you in any way, but at the same time, I have been going alone to the same places and staying the course, trying to find my tribe of people, trying to find my rainbow colored friends that just want to fucking be a cran with me. Come in my cran box. Like, let's all be together. And I know that's an outdated expression. And you're not supposed to say rainbow, but do I say stars, sparkles, the universe, uh, particles of matter, particles of atoms? Atoms don't even touch, by the way. So, like, if we're all atoms and we're not really touching, can we all just circle around each other like fucking protons and neutrons? Because I don't know. And I don't know what I'm supposed to say. Maybe, and just correct me then too. But like, honestly, I didn't think life was like a Victorian novel, but we definitely are in La Belle Epoque. We definitely are in the 19th century. We're definitely there because society is pretentious. Society is pretentious. And if you listen to what people say and you look at the side eyes and you hear the tea, it's all spilling and overflowing and boiling. So, all I'm trying to say, and you can pick it apart and hate me and you can call me a slut or, oh, this woman just wants to date rich men. Honestly, people that say that, the Bible even says that. But in all honestly, the reason, and I don't feel well, the reason why I can't date just anybody is I have a fucking disease. A fucking disease. If you are going to date me, even if you had money, if you don't have insurance, fuck, I can lose the insurance that I have. It's not always a judgment that's superficial. And this is why I hate the fact TikTok is just like the Renaissance era. and fucking filters and everything is just like when people were like, King Henry literally had that problem. King Henry VII was just like, make it so I don't look like an old man. And then, like, Anne of Cleves or Cleves of Anne, whatever, she survived. Sorry, no, she didn't. I think he divorced her and survived. I think she did. Yes, she did. She did. She was like, he was so disappointed that she was not attracted to him because she was not ugly. Anna Cleese was not ugly. She was only rejected because he went. King Henry VII disguised himself as not the king. So like the woman, the maidenly woman that like he would marry and fuck would be like, "Oh, you're so handsome, but I'm engaged to the king." And then she was like, "Ugh, who are you, this old man?" Like basically that's what happened. And then he said, "Kill her now, behead her, divorce." Basically. But actually I don't think she was beheaded, but that was the downfall. If you ever watch Wolf's Hall, that was the downfall of a the political genius. I forgot his name, but whatever. He was a man. He was a political genius though, and he really should not have died. That was a really dumb mistake. But yeah, in any case, I just say we're living in an era that like every imperfection, real or otherwise, is scrutinized and retouched and erased and rebranded. All I'm trying to say is whatever the word is for friendship, we could be jellyfish, whatever. Just like be honest and upfront. And I think that's a valuable thing to have. Okay. I just think that like I have the right to be a non-sexual person. Like if I make out with you, fine, but most of the time I'll make out with someone because I feel it's socially expected, not because I want to. And also, I don't think dancing should be grinding. I see people and friends dancing together and they're just like this, okay? And that's fine too. And if I'm stiff, like someone's like, "You're dancing stiff. Do you stretch?" And they're nice. This is a nice person. And no, I have arthritis. Like what I'm trying to say is only dating rich men. I'm saying like I need to date someone that has like health insurance because I even if you did have money, we would never date. Like we would never date seriously. You would just be passing by my life because I need the hospital, really severe asthma where I need steroid injections or like literally I won't breathe and then I'll just die. And then I have a DNR. So if I wait a little bit, even just a little bit longer with my breathing, they can't legally do anything. And then I have severe Crohn's disease and I'm missing a foot in my intestines. I don't want a colostomy bag. So yes, I need you to have health insurance. I need you to at least be making 70,000 and up and I need you to have a stable fucking career because I don't feel well half the time. I'm not employable. I have issues. I'm trying to make my own company. I'm trying not to hurt myself. Like I said, like always call 988, always call the suicide hotline. They're really nice. But like I have a lot of things that I'm working on, but I just wanted this year to just be fun. And I don't have the capacity inside me to talk about small talk. And then I do have arthritis, so I am stiff and I am wonky. And sometimes like I'll go like this and I'll accidentally like do this and be like, oh my gosh, she's what a weirdo. She just touched someone. She just touched someone. Just touched someone's butt. No, I didn't. I'm just jerky and weird and I'm trying to control my body. I have low potassium levels where I have to go into the hospital because I have so many problems that day that like I have to get potassium injections. But like I also have arthritis. But like people go, then don't go out. But like I just told you, it's really painful for me to be at home. And the only place that's open is like, and also I want to dance. Why can't I dance? You know, see, so I have to stop this too. I can explain myself here, but when I go out, I don't have to explain myself to anyone. So what I'm going to practice from now on is the art of speaking less. I'm going to practice just neutral responses. Do you want to dance? I was be like, no, not really. Thank you though. And then what do you do for work? Um, oh, you know work. Um, do you, um, your outfit should be illegal. Thank you. Haha, you're funny. This is the brand collab that I have. Do you want to subscribe to my business as well? If you like this look, if this cosplay, I have several looks like this where you can subscribe. So I'm just going to talk now when I go out like a commercial. I'm going to talk like a commercial, and I will never ever be able to get fucked up. I want to get fucked up just once. I also didn't have my phone at that point. So what I did for water was I took um the lemon squeeze and ate that. I could have asked anyone that I known there for water, but I didn't want to bother anybody to buy me water. That's my problem. Like, I just don't like to bother people. You know what I mean? And I didn't want to tell them, hey, this is my second time coming to space. I lost my second phone. Me. It was too embarrassing. And when I went downstairs, the two guys, we got in a little argument. We're like, oh, it's you again. Do you have another story to tell us? And I had said, they were surprised. I was like, no, I just wanted to know if I could get a taxi. And I didn't know that you didn't need to get a taxi. You could have just gotten an Uber and also paid the Uber cash. So that's a good thing to know if you ever lose your phone or anything. You don't have to take like this weird taxi man that was like really rude. You could just get in an Uber and then like go home. But like there are easier ways. Like I could have asked a guy to buy me a drink. I could have asked a guy for a jacket if I felt uncomfortable. But the thing is that I don't want to give the wrong impression because I really do care about people not always assuming that I'm a drug addict or a whore or like whatever. Like, this is why I'm even scared to have sex because, like, I'm scared of like the judgment and opinions. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my diazepam and, like, when I go out, have my Prosecco and stick with those drugs. Like, I'm going to stick with my prescription drugs, down, worry less. And I'm gonna be going to club space in the morning, and I'm just gonna save all of my reasons for being that I couldn't say otherwise. I'm gonna save it for you guys so you guys understand everything. So when I go out, it just be like, you know? And at the end of the day, you live to see another day. Guess we could all learn from this lesson is that it's good to have a vlog. It's good to have someone to talk to. And for your emotions for yesterday, and today's emotions are for today. Anyways, I love you very much. Thank you so much for always listening and being kind.